Alright, sorry for the delay there, people. As usual, seem to always end up with my Sunday nights being delayed. Oh well. Hopefully all of my streams are showing up as proper. I'm gonna go ahead and double check everything real quick. So I'm sorry if you get some double audio for a moment, or a lack of audio for a moment, because I had to Alt-Tab. But I think that's working. It's working. It's working. That's working. Looks like that one's working too. That one's working too. Looks like I'm having some issues on one of my videos. Streams. Why is that not showing up?
Trespassing or attempting to trespass on train tracks.
Alright. What is the problem on one of my streams? Looks like I may have a link that's not working right on one of my streams, but that's okay. I'll have to fix that on one of my dashboards. Okay. Back to the mission.
Due to unfortunate ecological conditions, the air quality around Lorville has been known to have adverse physical effects. Make sure you're protected with certified...
If anybody's watching, if you want to have any questions about the game, ship customizations, etc., by all means, let me know. I will be happy to answer any questions you may have. Let's go with the highest paying mercenary ones. Let's go with this one. Force for Good, HDSF Hobart. Got my Cutlass.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Hangar 5. What are we looking at? Hangar 5. My head's gonna disappear for a moment. grab my phone charger. Because my phone's battery's almost dead. That is what I'm looking for. Make sure they're still on the live stream. Cool. Well, that's interesting. The ship has no landing gear. Can I still open the tail? Spawned with no landing gear? I wonder if we're having the old ship claim issue that was happening before. Basically, ships will spawn with no doors, no landing gear, no anything really. That's a weird glitch. So spawned with the landing gear. That's weird. I guess I gotta run a quick little repair and refuel, I guess. But it gives me a minute to go ahead and contact the Lorville Landing Services. There we go. Alright. Then, I'd like to overclock my... Yeah, that, and that. Okay, I can head up now.
Impact warning. Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Gonna disappear for just a moment while I'm attempting to breach atmosphere. Give me a minute. Alright, sorry about that. In my office I've got multiple computers. Of course I gotta keep them up to date. And there is an update running for one in the background. I just needed to shut it down now that it's done. So you sometimes see that little hiccup. That's part of them trying to prevent loading screens when going in and out of significantly larger zones. It can be done better. It's called level streaming. It's the concept of basically the level will load in the background prior to you actually getting there, but sometimes you end up with those hiccups. Luckily, I've never run into it while I'm doing things like dog fighting or anything like that. So, and now not to overclock my cooling systems, because doing what I'm doing now, using both my afterburner and my boost simultaneously, just overheats stuff real quick. You can actually sort of see the temperature down there. So I hit the afterburner, which of course afterburner will draw in more air quickly, but I hit the boost in combination because it basically just tells my engine to use more fuel. It'll accelerate you faster. It's not really necessary to do both when you're in atmosphere, but I don't know. I just always had this feeling. That said, when you use afterburner, you can definitely get your ship to a top speed higher than that of the non-afterburner based top speed. So now I'm at 1,115 meters per second, so 1.115 kilometers per second. Okay, let myself go out a little bit. Go full stop. And now I can pop up my quantum, which is also overclocked, which will allow it to go in quicker. Alright, there we go.
Is now on.
If you want to know the actual speed of 1,115 meters per second, that's 2,494.184 miles per hour. Or, because I just don't feel like doing the math myself in my own head, because now I'm using my phone. 4,014 kilometers per hour. So, really fast. Back up to speed. Oh, I like that. Let's go ahead and go with that. Top speed to drop now that I'm in Atmo. Oops. Did not mean to do that. I got a full crash. That's nice. Submitting my bug report. Woohoo! Go ahead and run a verify of my install. Nope. Nothing that needs a verification. See if it puts me back into the instance that I was in before. It's supposed to, but it's buggy. It probably will not put me in the same location I was, nor the same velocity I was at. More than likely I'm going to spawn back at Lorville. Oh shit, it actually put me back in the same spot. That's actually terrifying.
Systems are online.
Flight ready?
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft.
Full stop, full stop, full stop, full stop. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay, so it probably did not recover my mission. When I accepted. Oh, no, it did. Untrack and track. But it may have told me I need to go to a different location. No. I wonder. On my mission tracker. Accepted. Still the Hobart. Okay. Well, we'll see if this works. If it lets me. I'm still on the mission. Still gotta get to the Hobart. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. Back into here. Into that. Set route. Alright, there we go. That's where I need to go. 5,000 kilometers away. Because I'm on the dark side of the planet, it's really hard to see where I'm going or what I'm doing. Alright, so cool. That was one of their main patch points in the last from 3.3, 3.4. Oh shit. 3.4.2 to 3.4.3. Where are you?
Your starboard shield is hit. Your front shield is hit. Your port shield is hit. Your starboard shield is hit. Your rear shield is hit. Your port shield is hit. Your port shield is hit. Your front shield is hit.
I'm gonna have to get out of here real quick. Myself a little extra power to my left. Starboard shield. Oh no, my shield itself is outright down on the left side. Okay, there we go. Give myself a boost on that side. Alright, turn myself around. That's interesting. A little bit of surface to air issues there.
Shield system online.
shield powers up to the front. Reduce my speed by 50% to 20%. Items, and we'll overclock my shield a little. Bring it back to.
Your front shield is hit.
Yeah, there it is.
Your shield is hit. Good shield is hit.
Try some overclocking work here. Alright, you shoot the boom. Where's the other one? Really? Keep respawning really quickly, and I'm not liking that. There we go. There's that one. There's that one. One up there. Alright. Throw my landing gear down. Alright, looks like we're having some of the more of those graphical issues, but it's fine. Go ahead and make sure my ship is locked. Turn that on, and then get out of the ship. Alright. That was a little nerve-wracking. Okay. Not that side, this side. Okay. So now I have to come in here, kill anyone and everyone, and see how well this plays out. See if it actually works, because I'm in the right spot. But because I had a full crashed desktop, I don't know if it's actually going to spawn the people appropriately, or if they're spawned automatically, or... Oh, nope, there's someone. Yeah, it doesn't actually think I've reached my mission location. Let's see if it lets me complete it out anyway. Or if it just says, hey, you can no longer complete this mission. I guess we'll see. Because I honestly don't know how many people were supposed to be in this. Contract complete. Alright, cool. So 4. Did I get it? Yeah, cool. Alright. So there's a visual glitch still to that. But that's okay. I can't be mad at the moment. That's a significant improvement over what it was. I got a full-on crash to desktop. Mid-mission, when I loaded back in, attempting to rejoin my session, I did. I ended up in my ship, still at the full velocity, which is terrifying when you're facing a planet, which I actually kind of liked. I found entertaining, but yeah, so cool. All right, swing on by Ruto. All right, sure. Let's go see Ruto. Let's see what kind of shit you got for me, Ruto. What do I got? What do I got? I need to go into my equipment manager. Weapons. Purchase and equip. Had a feeling it would happen. Back into my weapons. Yeah, I thought so. I want you to be there, and I want you to be there. And save. Are you glitching out on me? Oh, no, you are. There we go. Ruto, you're a little bit of a distance away, but I'm going to go ahead and head out to you. That's not the way I came in. There we go. Microtransaction outfit? What are you talking about? This one? No, not microtransaction outfit. There is technically some, I would say, that kind of are, but they also aren't at the same time. Kind of hard to explain. Basically, certain ships or weapons, you have to buy it in game. Certain ships or weapons can unlock certain things you wouldn't otherwise have access to when you purchase via the pledge store. So, like, my pledge to get the ship that I'm flying right now, the Drake Cutlass Black, also included like a decal that you can only get from that pledge. That's for the ship, but it hasn't been released for it yet. Come on. That was kind of interesting, being terrified like that for a moment. I gotta go up to that. Planet, set route. Clear route. There's a visual glitch that happens sometimes. Let's just head straight on it. Let's actually head
Landing gear up.
that way.
Attention. System is overheating.
Oh, yeah, my whole system's overheating because I overclocked my shields. I should probably stop overclocking my shields. Probably stop overclocking my quantum. But my daybreak can stay. So, if you go to the RSI website, robertsspaceindustries.com, and then I'll tell you where to click in a moment, because I got to go to it myself because I've moved it around a couple of times. And you put the mouse over development, and you click on roadmap. On the left side, you see Squadron 42. That is the single-player campaign.
System is overheating.
What is it? Why are you overheating? Stop the overclocking. You're overclocking. Okay. And then, so, essentially they have a large portion of it complete already. They're expecting the single-player alpha/optimization to be in Q1 of 2020 and beta to be Q2 of 2020. Star System itself, of course, is pretty much a constant ongoing battle for them to continue to develop, really. But
Attention. System is overheating.
alright, I'm doing something ridiculous. I'm going to power you off
Weapons offline.
and power you back on again.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake
So,
infantry craft.
while Squadron 42's,
Are online.
and they were planning on doing like an episodic chapter thing, I don't know if that's still what they were planning, because they seem to have changed the scope a couple of times in the single player game. But ultimately, Squadron 42,
Shield system.
single player. Star Citizen is something else. Like, it's still same assets and all that stuff, same developer, but Star Citizen is definitely something different. this atmosphere. Come on. Alright. Now, of course, Druth, I know you're most likely not in North America. I do know that you have the game, and you're welcome to join me, but you would have to set your region to probably deal with a lot of latency in this thing, if you wanted to play. There's a number of articles that keep showing up about how much the game has cost so far, how much it's raised. A lot of people like saying that it's ridiculous and all that, but I've worked in games before. I saw the scope of what was happening. I knew that this was going to take longer than they had originally anticipated. I think they're right on track to where they were, even though their original plan was just 2 years for essentially a single-player game. They ended up with a significantly larger scope that changed it out a lot. Yep. Anytime, man. Of course, weekends are usually going to be a little bit easier, but sometimes not. I'm apparently getting a little tired. Got that little yawn going there. One thing I'm really looking forward to them doing is their social system. It's called Spectrum. Is supposed to eventually be completely worked into in-game. The organization system, the chat is going to be taken over by that Spectrum system. The forums of that, all of that, you'll be able to access all of it inside the game, more than likely from your Mobiglass, which is the heads-up display that you get to from here, or just the live chat. And yeah, I'm significantly looking forward to that change. Myself out. Oh wait, he's on Grimhex, I think. Set route. Clear out. Sets the route. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's see what happens. That's not good. I wonder if my quantum got damaged. If it did, I'm gonna have to fly over to Lorville. Or if the crash made that happen. We'll find out. Where are you, Lorville? Oh, there it is. Okay, so to Lorville worked. Interesting. There it goes. It's glitched out for a minute. Not sure why. So, Kind of yes, kind of no. You see that really a lot more when you're on when you go to Grim Hex, because it's inside of an asteroid belt. So what'll end up happening is it just sort of tries to make sure that your route looks like it's clear enough, but
Quantum drive is now on.
it basically tries to avoid that from happening. So like I can't just go straight to Grim Hex. First I had to go around the planet to it says OM dash. I believe that just stands for orbiting mass. So there is actually nothing there at OMs. They're just essentially sort of like satellite locations that lets you get out around a planet quickly. And then once you're around the planet, it'll take you to the next planetary system. So I was just on Hurston, the planet, which also has a number of moons and satellites around it. But now I'm heading to the Crusader system. All of this is within the Stanton star system. That's actually where I am right now. Like if I zoom all the way out like this is Stanton, because that's the name of the star. But I was on Hurston, which has this. Stanton also, though they're not in yet, has Microtech and ArcCorp. These are both, I believe, ArcCorp is planned for 3.5. Microtech probably 3.6, if not thrown in at 3.5 point something. These are actually considered less rest areas. They CRU L5, HUR L5s. They're basically space truck stops. And then over here at Crusader, part of its system has a number of moons and satellites as well. And then Delamar is just one orbiting planet. It's got a single mine on it. It is basically, as far as I know, the only one that's not actually a system, other than I think Microtech doesn't have its own system, nor ArcCorp. Though I may be wrong, there may be plans for that in the future. ArcCorp's going to be essentially equivalent to Coruscant in Star Wars. At least that's what current plans are. A little quiet? I can fix that. I had the microphone volume. Well, you know what? The part of it actually has to do with the microphone that I use. It doesn't take very much, so it's actually a blue snowball. So like if I get up real close to it, you're gonna see my chin on the mic. But this is probably way louder if I do that. I'm gonna be replacing my desk. It's gonna change up the dynamic of how I'm set up, I think, which should help. But there, I've moved the mic a little closer to my face. Hopefully that helps. Did me moving it closer to my face help a little? So yeah, I have it sort of hang above my head. I can actually sort of loosen this a little bit real quick so you can sort of see it. Come on. Where'd it go? It does not want to loosen for me right now. So that also means I gotta fiddle with other stuff too. But there, blocking my head. Alright, back to where I was. Alright. Right now I basically have this sort of multi-tiered desk, so like it kind of looks like this. So like desk here, and like another piece of desk that goes back and that goes up, and then so I'm just doing more of a flat. I'm just doing something a little bit more flat, and I'm probably gonna like move the microphone so it sits like more in front of my face, so like it's probably like near chin level or something, but still out of the way. It should help because I actually have my volume, like all of my volumes set all the way up for microphone pickup. Of course, that also means because I type loud and quickly, you will hear the keyboard a lot more, since it's a mechanical keyboard. Almost there. Only 10, was it megameters to go. Yeah, I use the arm so that, because it, honestly, I don't have enough room in front of my monitor. That's the other reason I'm getting a new desk, because this just, it sits too narrow. So I just don't have a place to put it that would be that conducive. So I have an arm. The arm can still be used pretty effectively. I just need to, reposition it once I get the new desk. It'll let me put my monitors a little bit farther back, sort of change up the way my desk is laid out. Sort of make things a little more comfortable. I'll also be able to have a little bit, I think, better of an angle, or for my better lighting in an angle, because the way my desk is lit, or my office, pardon me, the way my office is lit is terrible. No, not tiered typing, because my keyboard is right in front of me. Like, I'm at 90 degrees on my elbows and everything. Hey, thanks for the follow, Kifa. That was on Mixer. So yeah, not tiered typing, because on the lower tier is where my keyboard is. But I think I can just organize my desk better. Just the way that this one is not good. It's really not. But that's probably not going to happen for another month or two. Just have a lot of things on my budget. Wife and I bought a house last year, and have been working on, home improvements, all that stuff. Oh, tired typing. Well, that explains the typo, which looks like tiered typing if there was an E in there. Wait a minute. Aren't you English? Didn't you invent the language? You should know better.
Quantum drive is now off.
I hate it when it does this. Are you going to give me a... Oh, this is interesting. It's okay. As long as you admit that you spell certain things wrong. Oh, come on. You're even missing the apostrophe RE? What is wrong with you? No, just British people in general. Oh, that's what I gotta do. I gotta go around the planet real quick first. That's weird. I'll also admit that you spell some things right. For instance, in American English, I have no idea why the hell we dropped the E in the word judgment. Without the E, it's judgment. Like, that's what it would be. That said, you use OUR in way too many things. Because that is pronounced sort of like our. So that's either our or ur. That's how you pronounce OUR sounds in the English language. If you put FLOUR, that's flower. That effectively makes it Kalur or Kalour.
Quantum drive is now on.
Which that's just yeah, that's not right. It's not right. Color. OR can have essentially a short UR sound. Color. I mean, I'm mid-Atlantic, Midwestern accent, but if you want me to really enunciate it, it'd be color. What I said was Kalur or Kalour for the English spelling, or British spelling, or however you want to call it.
Quantum drive is now on.
Like I said, there's some parts of the English language in American English that were done poorly, in my opinion.
Drive is now off.
And there's things that just don't make sense to me in British English either. I don't get it all. Though the other thing is certain mannerisms, honestly, not mannerisms, but like using completely different words. American English, a lift is specifically a man lift, something like scissor lift or a cherry picker, the kinds of things that you might have on the back of a truck, not a lorry. Whereas an elevator is something that elevates you. Or a Lyft is actually a taxi service that you can use from your cell phone. Quick, manual or automatic landing? Tell me now. Really, you can't decide? I'm about to just go automatic. Alright. I'll do it from the exterior of the ship too. So you can view that. In fact, I'll even... Without the HUD telling me where my mouse is, it makes it very difficult to do this. Woohoo, I did it. That's a freelancer MIS over there. Itch. Go say hi to Ruto. I don't know if this is the first time I've ever done Ruto missions. It depends on the ship, actually. Certain ship HUDs will have different colors. A lot of it actually has to do with a particular brand of ship, too, or manufacturer. So I use my Drake Cutlass a lot just because I find it to be the easiest one to do a lot of different missions with. Come on. Ruto, you're down there. Because I'm a jerk who often does this stuff in real life. Press all the buttons on the elevators. Green marker only. Yeah, so yeah, some items will be specific to the HUD of the ship. Alright, Ruto. Oh yeah, I remember now. Last time I tried to do this mission, it was completely glitched out and didn't work. I go meet Ruto. even though he's not actually here. Power on.
Aye. You like it? It's pretty ace, right? Took about a week of stitching images off the spectrum. Anyway, as for why I brought you here, long story short,
It's supposed to be a
internal
holographic
problems pay me to
projection
find
here.
solutions. If an operator needs some cover, I find someone to turn out the lights. The Nine Tails need a package delivered, no questions. I find someone to deliver it. Some Griff needs to be taught a hard lesson. I find someone to teach it. Now, what I'm hoping is that sometimes that someone I find is going to be you. For example, I have this little job here that needs doing. Think you'd be interested?
Why is my heart rate very high?
There's a problem that needs to be eliminated. This contract explains the rest.
Why the hell did my heart rate jump like that? Am I afraid of this dude? It's going to be the last thing they ever do. It's dangerous. I gotta go kill someone. Now I know.
Done. Don't screw it up.
Contract accepted. Target erased. Just all of a sudden, yeah, hologram stuff's work in progress. Though it does show up sometimes. So it's probably just like an NPC spawn function with a sort of visual glitch at the moment. Because that's how I would implement it, just because it's probably the easiest. Put an NPC in, do certain types of visual passes to make it look like a hologram. And then you go ahead and have it spawn and despawn when you need it. Landing pads. Oh, Slash Dance doesn't work anymore. It used to. Cycle this airlock. That definitely changed the atmosphere of Grim Hex a little bit. It was a little bit brighter before, but it's supposed to be like a like an asteroid mining facility that's had like an issue happen on it. It's also like somewhat of a shady place. You don't you know, there's people that are grim that you'd rather have as friends than enemies, kind of environment. See if this actually works. Yeah, okay. They're not even that far. Alright. We're just going to go ahead and
Impact warning.
pick it up
Launch
and
complete.
head out.
Landing gear up.
Thank you. Please visit again.
Of course. Feel free to ask me questions anytime. You know how to get a hold of me. But I'll probably be done in maybe a half hour to an hour. But I'm about to get into dogfight combat, and I don't know how much of that you've seen. Yeah, and I'm at about an hour because I didn't get started until half hour after I wanted, but that's perfectly okay. It happens. Trying to keep the same schedule though, Sundays and Wednesdays. So, what would be 6 p.m. U.S. Eastern on Sundays and 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern on Wednesdays. That's probably going to be a bit too late for you if it's a weekday, though. Depending on what your work schedule might look like. Or school. I don't know. Anyway, I've got a buddy of mine who's been playing a lot and has been doing things like customizing the weapons and shields and other stuff. Like, he goes deep into weapon and shield stuff on his ships. So if you have any questions about weapon and shield customizations, feel free to let me know, and I can at least try and relay the question. Weapon, shields, ship systems, etc., in terms of customizing those things. Alright, let's get another scan off. Kilometers out. I did do the math once. The actual distance calculations are technically accurate in terms of, like, I figured out it says kilometers per second. I actually did, like, do the math in one instance where, like, yep, it took that amount of time to get there. Fast but safe. There is my target.
Missile locked.
You actually moving?
Front impact warning. Is hit.
Objective failed.
Shield system online.
Contract failed. What? It said eliminate target. I did. They're dead. By running into them. What the hell? Well, that's a problem. Why are these out here? Wait, what is that? What is that? Oh yeah, there's actually already a ship that lets you do mining. It's called the Prospector. Though the next really big one for that is called the Orion, I think. Might be dealing with a mission glitch. Mining, as of right now, is a little bit tedious, but the amount of time that you put in ends up about the same as the amount of time that you put into doing general shipping of goods, not the missions of shipping, but like if you just go and pick up a bunch of stuff and take it from one port to another, basically. At the moment, it doesn't really affect anything in the world, but history. So why? Eliminated. Why is it? Okay. Interesting and weird. So anyway, That said, right now, you can't refine anything. The Orion is going to have mining, refining, and a decent amount of storage. Freelancer ships and a few other ships that are meant specifically for shipping are going to allow for transfer of materials between them that will basically allow you to build your own self-contained mining operation if you wanted. If you make enough off of it, you know, turn around, start paying people to pay for protection and stuff like that, or NPCs, because there are plans for NPC hires. What else? Like, that's one way of doing it. Or if you want, you could do it in, you know, real world style, where you do nothing but the mining, but then you subsidize out to a shipping, and then you each take a percentage of the end sales, or the mining plus the refining. Or you do just the mining, you take it to someone who does refining, and so on and so forth. You can do every layer of these things does exist. Not all of it's in yet. Right now, all you can do is just mine with no refining, and then sell the raw mining materials. But all of these layers are going to be available. And another major change that's being put into 3.5 is the possibility to actually scavenge. So if you destroy someone's ship or disable it, you'll be able to scavenge materials and things from their ships. So that's pretty cool too. Alright, what else do we have? Let's go with this one. Let's try this delivery mission. Let's see what happens on that. Where is it? Where are you telling me to pick it up from? Oh, good. I'm not getting a... Real world at the moment, in-game eventually. In fact, I think I may have shown you already once, but a lot of ships, like the Prospector itself, is actually already available to be purchased with in-game money. But, again, things to keep in mind are there's going to be regular wipes because it is still an alpha. So if you want it to be permanently in your account, real world money at the moment, but if you want to or are okay with earning the amount of money necessary to purchase it from in-game over time, then you can do that. In fact, I actually want to see here. I should probably head back to Yella. Do this pickup site. I want to say that the cost of it's actually 50 grand, and if it is, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna abandon this mission, and I'm gonna go see untrack and abandon because I've got 50 grand. I think it's 50 grand. It might be 500 grand. I don't know. Grim Hex. Set the route. Okay. I'll let you know as soon as we're there. It won't take very long, actually. So, because Yella is 100,000 kilometers away. So let's see here. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000, 11 1,000. 12 seconds for a 100,000 kilometer jump. Alright, so this will give you a pretty good example. If Grim Hex is where I think it is, yeah, it's like on the other side of an asteroid over there. So it's obstructed, it says so, but now it says it's not. I'll go ahead and go full stop, spool this up. But you can see there's stuff in the way. You asked earlier if you can sort of just jump through stuff. Like I said, kinda. Some things you'll just, it turns your collision off for certain instances of certain things, and then other times it'll sort of move you around. So you can see I just sort of went through a bunch of stuff. Oh shoot, it wasn't Grimham. Sorry, it was Levski. That won't be too far away either, actually. I don't think. What's the route here? Oh yeah, it's close. So, yeah, here we go. That's going to be a minute, roughly. Sorry, I forgot where I was and where the shipping things were.
Quantum drive is now on.
So there you go. There's a pretty good example of going through things, kinda. Off to Delamar. Alright. Take myself out here. Tell myself to go to Levski. And again, here's one of those. Let's see if it does it this time. Yep, there we go. Yeah. Don't know why it does that. Really don't. It's just one of those oddities that this game does. So eventually, for other star systems, we're going to have access to things called jump points. Jump points, basically the same concept as, say, jump gates in Eve, for example. The idea is that because essentially it's wormholes is the concept behind it. You know, that's the entire idea. But you know, part of certain things. So, like, for example, a particular system may be rich in an ore that is needed for some other star system that just doesn't have any of it. So you can end up with a significantly higher profit margin. That said, that other system more than likely is a significant distance away, which also means it's a higher risk. So there's definitely a risk-reward factor when it comes to investing in your business in this game too. Plus, it's open PvP just about everywhere too. So paying people and others to protect you on your routes if you're doing shipping like that. So your mining operation might be fine at the planet or asteroid you're mining at, but your shipping, it might be iffy. You might need to pay a little extra for security there. Or maybe it's a high-risk mining operation in a war-torn zone or something.
Landing gear down.
What hangar are you opening for me? That one. Now let's see how good, if they've updated the auto lander. I'm going to do something funky. Put myself here.
Front impact warning.
Put myself upside down and a little bit sideways. Alright, let's see how good it is. Oh, it's not even letting me trigger it. Well, let me trigger it now. No, it's not letting me trigger the auto lander. I might not be low enough.
Overhead impact warning. Hydrogen fuel is at 75%.
Oh, it's not letting me.
Hydrogen fuel is at 75%.
I actually can't turn the auto lander on now? Oh, interesting.
Deck impact warning. Landing complete.
Oh, good. Well done.
Offline.
Yeah, I use the, what's it called? The Intel RealSense. Oh, you know what? I should probably repair my ship. Because that's something, the actual damage state is getting preserved now, which it wasn't before. So, yeah, definitely need some repair and refuels. So if I get back out. Alright, off to Teach's ship shop. That's better. Now my ship's interior isn't on fire anymore. It would be nice if like you could come up to like one of the terminals or whatever and go, yeah, I need to refill or repair this ship. But it doesn't do that right now. Looks like I got a number of people in the chat saying that they're dealing with elevators not working right. I might have to do this. I have to disconnect and start up from a new server. We'll find out. But I haven't had any issues yet. There we go, customs. Cool. Now then, hangar 1. Oh yeah, where am I going? I need to go to Teach's ship shop, which is over here. Call the elevator to Teach's ship shop. God, I really cannot talk right now. He has not responded on the ideal combo for safe and fast. Alright, into Teach's ship shop. So this was really buggy for a good while. I don't know if it's still buggy. The bugginess was that the ships did not show up. We'll find out. I mean, if they don't show up here, another option is always to go to Lorville and try the ship shop there. But apparently that's one of the ones that's having problems. Okay. Looks like we have ships. Alright, so that's cool. Those are both RSI Aurora variants. LX, luxury. CL. These are basically space motorcycles. The Dragonfly. But based on these costs, I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably 500 grand, and I was wrong. Drake Buccaneer. These, by the way, are supposed to be hover bikes, more or less. Right now they work in space pretty well, but I wouldn't recommend it. This, okay, 1,620,750. This is the MISC Prospector. So you have this mining laser up front. And let's see if I can actually let me get in. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Oh, there it is. Enter ship. So it's got a big back end. It kind of looks a little bit like a bee, but the in fact there's like no access to the storage area in the back. Got a toilet, of course. Got to have the toilet for your long mining operations. And this can't be used for shipping or anything like that either. Can't even really turn it on, but you'd sit in here and oh, wait a minute. Flight ready. There we go.
Hello, how can this help you today? Systems on.
So you sit in there, you change the state from where it is to mining. I don't remember how to do that, but and then essentially there's like two modes of the mining, where one is just scanning. The other one is once you find the materials that you want to try and mine, you have this laser that's supposed to break it down. break down, say, a rock or an asteroid. That rock or asteroid will break down and usually break into smaller pieces of what the exact ores will be. But you may just, if you overheat things, you'll either overheat your ship and get it damaged because they could go flying into your ship and damage it, or they just explode and you lose access to those minerals. And then after the minerals are exposed, you can gather those up with an alternative laser that also can overheat and go bang and destroy you. And some minerals are more volatile than others and can cause more problems. So the higher risk, of course, you end up potentially earning more. So the act of mining can be pretty but dangerous, actually. So yeah, I opened all of the exteriors stuff. That's basically just one of the engines. No access to any actual storage available. This is my Drake Cutlass Black. That's what I was flying earlier. So as you can see, you need 1.62 million of the in-game credits to buy it. But it is buyable in-game. You just need to earn the monies for it is all. How much are the Buccaneers? 1.18, alright. And obviously I can't pick one up now because I've only got 51,000. I need a couple more, just 1 or 2 more credits to be able to own a mining ship from the end game. But again, like I said, you'll need to do other things in game to earn, and of course it's alpha. And because of the fact that it's alpha, you know, right now that stuff will get wiped. It's not, it might get wiped, it will get wiped. You're just gonna have to deal with that. That said, that does end up creating situations where you and plenty of other peoples, while the game is in alpha, are all testing a lot of the same stuff over and over again. It's a hell of a stress test for it. Just 1 or 2. I wonder if I have any other missions that are personal. Nothing personal. Hangar 1. Let's see if this guy is a dick, because it's kind of a low fee, but I'm gonna try and pick this dude up. Dude could be a dick and just using it to troll me, or might legitimately need a ride. We'll find out. As you can see, the vehicles that you've most recently gotten into, it'll show you an indicator for those. They really should clear out if you're doing it from like the shop. Like, is this like just a simple Boolean flag inside the code? Is this a shop ship? Which actually makes me wonder if there's going to be a ship shop, like just a giant ship that's essentially a shopping mall. I mean, obviously there's stations, so why not a ship? Party has disbanded. Okay. Where are you? where you are. Disbanded? I don't know where this guy is. Alright, well, we'll turn the ship on. Go to
Hello
the
and welcome aboard your
comms.
Drake interplanetary craft.
Open
Your
this up.
systems are online.
Target
You free to
status.
launch?
Front impact warning. Launch complete.
Good luck out there.
Online. Landing.
Did I not track it?
Hydrogen fuel is at 100%.
Is that the issue? Untrack, track. Untrack, track, untrack, track, untrack, track. Huh. I wonder where this fella is. See no indicators anywhere. I might be getting a HUD issue. Oh yeah, of course, the other logical question answer part of your inquiry about mining ships. Currently, the Prospector, pulling up the pledge store real quick. Ships. If you were to purchase it right now, which it would be 155 US dollars. Alright. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Hydrogen fuel is at 100%.
I don't know where this dude is. Yeah. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. I guess I'm getting some HUD issues, but you know, I guess it's about time for me to go ahead and stop the stream. Thank you for the new follows and subscriptions to any of you that I didn't say thank you, and I appreciate everybody watching. You have great nights.